What's going on, guys? But back for my second video today. Second. If you're reading my Twitter earlier on today, you might have seen a little bit of joshing between myself and a good mate of mine, where I want to try and challenge the winner of Adam Brompier and Jack the Jobber at whatculture.com. Obviously, I have no affiliation whatsoever with whatculture. I never will, probably. Me saying this probably will go on deaf ears with them. Anyway, Wrestlemainia is tonight, and you don't see this often from me, but I am into my professional wrestling. You may see me do tweets around 6th or 7th February where I met Matt Hardy, Drew Galloway, and former TNA employee Mr. Anderson, formerly known in WWE Mr. Kennedy. Drew Galloway was called Drew McIntyre in WWE, former Intercontinental Champion, I do believe. Now, currently the TNA World Heavyweight Champion Matt Hardy was the former champ, former two-time TNA World Heavyweight Champion, former TNA Tag Champion with his brother Jeff. That's that. I will be doing stuff for TNA soon. But it's on this channel, or I'll make a new one for my wrestling. I ain't decided yet. But these are my predictions for tonight. Pre-show starts at 10 o'clock UK time, with WrestleMania itself starting at midnight on the WWE network. I currently have the WWE network to my left on the TV, going through the Hall of Fame, which was on last night. But also on my screen, to my left, or the left of this image. Obviously, you can't see this; you're going to see me. I have the running order. Well, the matches for tonight. So we have three matches in the pre-show, which is Usos against Team 3D, Bubba Ray, but I prefer to call him Bully Ray, even though WWE won't allow me to, because it's TNA trademark and stuff like that, against Devon in a tag team match. I don't know if this is specified as tables, because it was weird. I was watching the highlights of this on YouTube when all this T3D said no more tables, and the Usos decided, yeah, we're bringing tables, destroy you. So this one, I could go either way actually. I could see T3D bringing the tables for WrestleMania. I know that a heel's going into this compared to the Usos. I would like to see the Usos win, but that means the Dudley's going over, and I can see that, to be fair, they've got not much left in the tank as a tag team. Devon, I think, is coming up to the age where he should really start to end his career. I'd like to see Bubba Ray do something like Bully Ray as a singles competitor, because he is a two-time former TNA World Heavyweight Champion. But I think for Dudley's to go, it's just that. I'm just going to go Dudley's. I'll probably get that wrong, but I'm going for the Dudleys. Total D. Next match we have of the three of the pre-show is Total Divas, Brie Bella, with obviously Daniel Bryan in beginning of February announcing his retirement. It's just a shame he's gone. Could have done a lot more. He probably could have been in the main event, one of the main events this year. We had to obviously retire due to concussions and basically the doctors not allowing him to wrestle. Paige, Natalia, Alicia Fox. There would have been Nikki, but obviously Nikki's got sued. Next Edge had that recently. Nikki is there along with John Cena. We're at the Hall of Fame induction ceremony last night. But see Marie come on Raw, who is a heel, makes this now. All but Eva Marie have faces in Total Divas team. They were shocked as probably everyone who was there at Raw see Eva Marie. Everyone said she can't wrestle. I've seen her training with Brian Kendrick on Total Divas on the WWE network throughout my 3 months I've had, and I do believe I don't know if I'm gonna go again with it after WrestleMania. I ain't decided yet, but Then against Band and Blonde, which is Lana, who literally is a valet for Rusev. She's somehow now starting to wrestle. Naomi, who as in Total Divas showed how hard it was for her to turn heel. Tamina, Emma, and Samoa. Ideally, if it wasn't Eva Marie, and the fact that Bayley's not the NXT champion, I can see her getting involved in this. If not this match, the triple threat for the Divas, which should become the Women's Championship after Wrestlemainia. There's been rumours that the Women's Championship is coming back and a new title's been made. I could just see Total Divas winning this. Obviously, they've had since Monday to have a word with Eva Marie, saying why is she come back and all this and the other. Vince what Triple H or Vince wanted Bayley in it, and then the one said no, we're having Eva Marie because she's in Total Divas, so it makes sense for her to join that team. I could see Eva Marie causing utter havoc for Total Divas team, but I could see them winning that one. Next one is Kalisto, who is basically Rey Mysterio version 2 against Ryback for the United States Championship. I'm just gonna say this, Ryback. Then we're not gonna do the Andre the Giant Memorial match because anyone can win that. I literally don't have a clue who's gonna win that. Currently, they haven't set the running order here on Wikipedia with the matches. I'm using these as the matches because obviously these are all officially being sorted. So we have Triple H Roman Reigns, which will be the last match on the card as far as I'm aware. I can see Roman Reigns turning heel. If he wins, he'll turn heel. Because of other things that'll happen before that. And so obviously you're going to find out what I'm going to predict later on. But Roman Reigns I feel, will turn heel tonight. And he'll beat with help from someone else later on. Obviously I can't say because I haven't predicted that. This person who I'm going to be talking about soon will come in, give it to Roman Reigns. Basically the ref will get knocked out by Triple H will throw Roman Reigns into the ref. Ref is out. Literally out. Someone then comes in. Triple H is literally on the floor at this point. Someone comes in, gives Roman Reigns a foreign object like a chair, hits Triple H with a chair, throws it out, revives the ref. 1, 2, 3. That's it. He's turned heel. He wins the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. That means the authority will probably be gone. Well, Triple H is being dethroned as champion, so the power from the authority from that goes. But yeah, I see Roman Reigns winning that one. Next one, all holds bad street fight with Dean Ambrose and the Beast incarnate, the conqueror of the street, Brock Lesnar. Thing is with Brock, he will destroy Dean Ambrose. No, without shadow of a doubt. But the thing I loved when I watched YouTube Monday Night Raw, this segment with them two on Raw, that Dean Ambrose did not look at him throughout the thing. He comes out, interrupts them, picks up, goes underneath the ring, pulls the ring apron up, picks up the gift that Mick Foley gave him, the stick with wire, barbed wire over it, puts that in his tank, in his trunk, his little pulley thing. Next thing he gets out is a chainsaw. You're thinking, what the hell is he doing with a chainsaw? Where did the right man decide to make that a segment? I do not know. But yeah, gives that in, and then gets all the presents, and then finally he takes some ring steps, puts out his little trailer thing and walks off. And Brock Lesnar's like, he throws a kendo stick at Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar has it, he's hitting it on the ring, on the ropes, trying to get his attention. Dean Ambrose has nothing. I can just see Brock Lesnar winning just by that much. Dean will keep going. He'll take so much pain. It'll be like Undertaker match Brock Lesnar had with him. But I can see Brock Lesnar winning. This is the one I was talking about. Shane McMahon, who's come back at the end of Fastlane, because apparently they wanted John Cena or Sting to be in this match. And obviously it's a Hell in a Cell for Shane McMahon. If he wins, he gains control of Raw, and Undertaker will not be able to compete at WrestleMania. I do believe he'll be. I think he will not be. Even if Undertaker wins, he will not be wrestling at WrestleMania next year. That's my gut feeling on that. But I see in this, I've actually watched Shane McMahon against his own father on the WWE Internet. The match he had after he bought WCW. That was crazy. I am not gonna lie, that was crazy. The way that went, I could just see that happening again. They're gonna try and steal the show, and Shane McMahon, in my honest opinion, will beat the Undertaker. As much as the Undertaker in his home state as well in Texas. As much as I don't want to bet against the Undertaker, I'm betting against the Undertaker on this one. So next up we have Charlotte, accompanied with Ric Flair versus Becky Lynch and Sasha Banks. Now, me and my mate have been talking about this when we first heard news about this, that Ric Flair is going to cost Charlotte the title. And I honestly don't know how they're going to do this, because I know for a fact somehow in this match Ric Flair will try and interfere and it'll backfire. People are saying Sasha Banks to actually win this. And I do believe they have. This is rumours. What I've been watching on me looking at Facebook. That apparently I'm Sasha Banks win it. But my honest opinion, I wouldn't mind seeing Becky Lynch winning it. Even though Sasha Banks, if she wins it, Bayley's going to come up. I do believe Bayley, since she's lost the title at NXT TakeOver Dallas, is coming up to the main roster on Raw on Monday night. There, Tuesday, early hours of Tuesday morning for Raws in the UK. I believe they're going to come in, and they're going to, all four of them are just going to start their rivalry. So basically, the four horsewomen of NXT in the main roster. My opinion is, I want Becky Lynch, but as far as I'm led to believe, it's probably going to be Sasha Banks, even though I want Becky Lynch to win. But I could be wrong. Charlotte could win and bring the women's championship, because there's been rumours of that over the last few days as well. Now we come to a so-called Wrestlemainia time, with the ladder match for the second year in a row. Sorry about that, I've just quickly done my F1 video before doing this, so we've done them both at the same time. But yeah, ladder match for the second year in a row for the WWE Intercontinental Championship. We have Kevin Owens, who says, I don't care what you call it, it's the KO Mania. He'll probably say, shut up, Nagel, or Cole, shut up. To be honest, I'd rather have Cole talking than JPL or Baron Saxon. If he's commentating tonight, I'll probably just turn it off, because I hate Baron Saxon. I really do hate his guts. I think of the ones. Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, Dolph Ziggler. But I do believe Dolph Ziggler should have had the right to face Kevin Owens at WrestleMania, but he got himself into a hole, bringing Sami Zayn, Dolph Ziggler, Zack Ryder, Sin Cara, The Miz, and Stardust, who I do believe should go back to Cody Rhodes, but that's not going to happen. This one is an interesting one. I do believe Kevin Owens is going to retain here, but Sami Zayn and Dolph Ziggler are going to give him a run for his money. The one I didn't expect, when I saw this on YouTube the day after the Royal Rumble, AJ Styles in WWE. I've heard this, since I have no affiliation with WWE or TNA, I am allowed to say this. Apparently, AJ Styles, Ken Anderson, and Doc Gallows signed contracts, verbally shook hands, ready to sign contracts for TNA. However, AJ Styles representatives said, sorry, we've got a better offer from WWE, so we're going to decline your offer and go over to WWE, of which AJ Styles made his debut for the Royal Rumble, which I was very surprised for. And obviously, since he come back, his first match on Raw was against Chris Jericho. He's had a few matches with The Miz, but we all knew when he faced Chris Jericho that he would culminate in a final match at Wrestlemania. In my honest opinion, I'm going to have to go with Mr. TNA himself. I do believe the first Grand Slam winner of TNA, former X Division, former tag, former TV champion, which is now the King of the Mountain title, and the TNA World Heavyweight Champion. I've got to go with AJ Styles here. As much as Jericho has made it interesting by them both having to go at each other, like he's got AJ Styles, like that, and then Styles going Y2 Jackass. Y2 Jack. Oh, it's been so much banter, it's been so great. But yeah, AJ Styles is going to win that. And finally, because we're not doing there's 11 matches, including the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. I don't know who's going to win that. Anyone can win that. So what we're going to go for is the New Day, Kofi Kingston, Big E, and Xavier, which used to be Cross's Creed, I do believe, in TNA. I'm obviously not going to check that out. We'll face the League of Nations, fella himself, Sheamus, Alberto Del Rio, I can't obviously do it, Rusev, and I do believe will probably be his last match for WWE because he hasn't re-signed King, or as I call him, Jackass Barrett from Preston, who is a literal jackass. Yeah. On a 3-on-4 handicap match. This was originally for the tag. They were planning to do this for the tag titles, but they've made it into a 3-on-4 handicap match in favour of League of Nations. This has been brewing since Fastlane, Roadblock, where Sheamus and Barrett in Canada went for the tag titles, which sadly they didn't win. So as far as we're aware, post WrestleMania, the New Day will be tag champions. I do believe the pre-show between Dudley Boys and Usos will kind of be a #1 contenders match for the titles, I do believe. But yeah, this was a hard one because obviously Rusev with his power will basically rule. Big E is powerful, but not as powerful as what Rusev. He went up until WrestleMania last year, he was undefeated. That's how bad Rusev is. And if he gets that type of performance again, that's it. He's won this. He can handily win the League of Nations this match. So, yeah, that is my predictions for WrestleMania 32, which is going to be very interesting. I probably will not get sleep until 5 o'clock in the morning because it's 7 hours including the pre-show. Starts in, as of now, it's 6:30, so 3.5 hours. No, 3.5 hours before we start WrestleMania. So we actually start WrestleMania. Full stop. And obviously, What Culture are there. And the only reason I've done this prediction is because of What Culture. I will find their video, I'll put theirs in the description of their predictions. Sadly, I haven't got their predictions to hand. So on my phone, which is here. I haven't got it up on here because I couldn't be bothered. But yeah, that's my predictions for WrestleMania 32. This has been a one-off video, guys. Literally a one-off video. Hope you've enjoyed it. Thank you for the 1,060 views on my F1 video about Channel 4 my reaction to Channel 4. Most of that has been my university people, which I am very thankful for, because they do know I actually do this. It is one of the breaking the ice in the first few weeks of me coming back to university for my 3rd year here. This is the big push. If you don't see many videos come out from now, that's my answer. I'll be done up. I finished before the Spanish Grand Prix, so that week after my exam, I am free to do. I'm going to probably bust out as many videos as I can. set them up for at least one a week to come out. Obviously, the Grand Prix, they'll be done there and then, after either I watched it on a live stream or on my phone, or I've watched the highlights on Channel 4 if it's not live race. Anyway, I've talked up gibberish for the last few minutes. I'm off. Let's go get food because I'm hungry, ready for Wrestlemania and get some beers in. I'll see you all later. Ciao.